I really want to focus in on building new to brand customers in Q4. And this is for a few reasons. One of the reasons is this is an amazing opportunity. This is an amazing space because of the traffic that's going to be happening, especially in November and December. Welcome, I'm Becky with Click Fluency. If you don't already know me, I'm glad that you're here today. I know that we are on the just brink of busyness and craziness, but this is something that I wanted us to go ahead and talk with now. So now we're going to discuss building your new to brand customers in Q4. So this is something, especially if you have a product that people use up and then they are going to need more. This is typically most of our clients are in the space of that category of it's some type of consumable where people are using it in some way and then they need more of it. So I really want to focus in on building new to brand customers in Q4. And this is for a few reasons. One of the reasons is this is an amazing opportunity. This is an amazing space because of the traffic that's going to be happening, especially November and December, but you don't want to lose that either. So I want to focus in on how to build those new to brand customers. And then I'm also going to share with you on how to keep those customers as well. But if you are brand registered, then having at least one sponsored brand campaign, you can then gather data to see how many are new to your brand that have never ordered from your brand before on Amazon. So this is an important stat, and especially when we go into the Q4 planning, I'm going to explain some potential. I'm going to give you a sample plan, and in that I actually have an example of the goal, and one of the goals is new to brand customers. So sponsored brand ads will show you how many each month. For instance, if you're looking at 30 days, how many are new to brand? That's going to be one of the columns. Inside your advertising console is where that is found. So if you're not sure where that's found, one of the places you can look is there. So you will not be able to see that data though if you're running just sponsored product ads, because that doesn't give the data like sponsored brands. If you're running video ads, that's a type of sponsored brand ad. So you would be able to also see data there. So that's going to be really helpful. Paying attention to that and looking to continue to grow that. Because especially if you're running advertising and because cost per clicks, are continuing to rise, and they will in Q4 as well. That's what we're anticipating to happen. That's what we've seen historically happen on Amazon. But when you want to gain those new customers, and then you want to keep them, and really one way that if you're spending that money to advertise to get them to your listing, one thing that we have really been focusing in on and that's been working really well is subscribe and save discounts. Now you could just this is only if you're a consumable product, because some products Amazon is going to say this is not eligible to do that, to even enroll and subscribe and save. But you really want to definitely have the auto enrolled 0%. But what we're seeing is that there's a lot of growth opportunities when you're adding additional discounts. That's if you're not already doing that. And if you're not sure if you want to go all in on that strategy, my recommendation would just be starting with one or two of your products within your catalog, offering an additional 5% is what I'd recommend, because there's 0%, then it goes up to 5, then it goes up to 10, etc. So I would recommend starting with 5% if you're at 0 currently. Then look at the data, see what it does to your subscribers, because Amazon shares data with you on how many subscribe and saves you have on all of your products. So really looking and seeing what's happening there, because if you're focusing and spending money to acquire a new customer on Amazon, you want to give them an option to not have to think about reordering, right? Because if they go back to order and they type in, because they can't remember, what did I order? And some people will not look at their past history, or it may have been too long ago, a few months, and they order a lot on Amazon. So they're typing something in again. And instead of coming across your product, all of a sudden they see this new shiny ad and they're like, well, maybe I should try this product instead. And this is where I think Subscribe and Save is going to really help you out if you're dealing with that. If you're not really seeing those sustainable sales happen, you're not seeing subscribers happen. First off, definitely making sure you're enrolled. But if you're already auto-enrolled at 0%, then looking at increasing that to see if you then continue to keep your subscribers. Another thing for really building new to brand customers is really setting up, or if you don't have it already, or refreshing your brand stores page. So this, I would position it very well for Q4, setting it up in such a way where you're making it easy for people to add your products to their cart, helping them to understand your brand better. You can also have followers on there. So if you look in your brand store's data insights, you can see how many people are following your brand. And because of that, you can use like customer engagement and things like that to let them know about new products, things like that. So making sure that you have your brand stores page set up, and then also refreshing it if you haven't touched it in a while. Maybe you're seeing products that you think should be selling more, maybe positioning them in a different place within your brand stores page, keeping in mind the homepage is where a lot of traffic happens, and you lose people on those pages down. So making sure you're making it easy for people to buy on that first page. Another thing to build your new to brand customers or NTB customers is just leveraging opportunities for brand awareness beyond ads. And I've already touched on this, so I won't go into it in detail, but Amazon posts, and then especially, when Q4 is coming around, there's going to be more advertising happening. So leveraging the fact that that is still free for you to use, but you have to be brand registered. So keep that in mind. But taking additional opportunities that Amazon offers within their own ecosystem to build more brand awareness. And then making sure you have an FBA offer active. You want to, that is something crucial, right? You don't want people to not convert to the sale that may have first bought your product because it's merchant fulfilled, and maybe that's not, it's going to take too long, especially as we get into November, December. You're going to see people love that fast shipping, and they're willing to pay even extra for that fast shipping. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about your merchant fulfilled and then you're fulfilled by Amazon. And then maximizing the keywords you're targeting within your listing content, right? This is going to be key too. The way to get new customers, not just through ads, is going to be when they're typing in words, where does your listing show up for them? Is it relevant? Obviously, that's going to be important. And then Amazon has their A10 algorithm, but making sure it's relevant. You can also, part of our strategy is pairing it with advertising and driving traffic with that keyword too, or keyword phrase. But making sure you're making the best use of that. So you may need to update some of the listings that you haven't touched in a while.